Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and in this video we'll be taking a look at two new boarding patrols, the final two for Warhammer 40,000. You heard right, these are the final two boarding patrols for Warhammer 40,000, one for the Leagues of Votann and the Agents of the Imperium. And that's a bit of a surprise, I didn't expect that one, did you? Let me know in the comments down below. But in this video, I will be going through all the prices and the contents and points value of everything included in these two sets. If you've been following along, you'll have seen all of these other boarding patrols that I've covered here on the channel. Quite a few now that we've seen released altogether. There's 18 different boarding patrols, but you may have noticed that two are missing. And as these are the final two boarding patrols, it means we're not going to get one for the World Eaters, and we're not going to get one for Astra Militarum. That's a bit of a shame, but I guess they are quite new with the models and the releases that have come out, and all these boarding patrols were probably planned ages ago, so yeah, we've got to bear that in mind. But a bit of a shame, I was really looking forward to seeing what they would put together for the Astra Militarum. No worries though, because I think these two are actually pretty good. I think there's a lot of potential here. You've got one for the Leagues of Votann, and then one for the Agents of the Imperium, and quite a few miniatures in both these boxes. And I think they've put together a really nice mix of models as well. The Agents of the Imperium I was quite surprised by. This is going to be a great way to pick up the Lucidian Star Striders if you couldn't get hold of those for Kill Team, and if you want to do a Navy Breacher team with loads of operatives, you've got a great option here. So if you're a fan of Kill Team, I think you might like the Agents of the Imperium. Okay, let's start breaking down the boxes then, and we'll start with the Leagues of Votann first. So altogether, there's going to be 21 miniatures in here. You're going to get a leader, the Einherjar Champion. He's going to be leading the army. Then you're also going to get 10 Hearthkin Warriors, 5 Chthonian Berserks, and 5 Einherjar Hearthguard. All up, I think this is quite a nice mix for the boarding actions, and so if you're playing that game, you want some tough characters for sure, especially when you're going up against Terminators, and then you want something like the Hearthkin Warriors to maybe go and try and claim the objectives, things like that. But some really tough models in here. This could be an interesting one. Price, the value is £135 if you were to buy all four sets separately. So I definitely expect this one to be priced at £85 when it comes out. Maybe even 90, I'm not sure, but definitely 85. And it's going to come with a load of points. I make it 640 with the option to add extra with some of the war gear. And you've got some options here then to mix and match and take different boarding patrols in. So I think this has got a little bit of variety to it. You're not going to just be playing exactly the same list every time, so potentially a bit of flexibility with this set, but 640 points for £85. I think if you wanted to get these separately, this is going to be the great way to do it. This is the best way as far as value is concerned for sure. Based on the prices we've seen so far, if this is £85 in the UK, in the EU you'll be looking at €110, US $140, in Australia $205, New Zealand $245, Canada 170, and Japan 19,000 yen. One thing I think GW have done pretty well actually with these boarding patrols is make them compatible with the combat patrols. So if you wanted to get this combat patrol for 95 and then the boarding patrol for maybe 85 if that is the price, then that could be a good way to get going with an army, for sure. You've got some nice models there, a really good base, and then you're going to be looking at getting up to 20% discount on those prices with your friendly local game stores. And I'll put some links down below to the ones I can certainly recommend, Wayland Games, Element Games, and my friendly local game store as well, the Little Shop DVD and Games in Liskeard, Cornwall. And while we're here, I'd like to say a big thanks to Master of Miniatures for sponsoring the channel this month. Check out their awesome models, there's a link down below. So combining those two, the combat patrol and the boarding patrol, could be a good way to go, but you definitely want some vehicles. I think that's one of the highlights of the Leagues of Votann. There's not that many models to collect really in the collection either, so getting these is going to be a nice start, and then you can add some vehicles to it. Now we're on to the Imperial Agents, so let's break down this box. This was really interesting. I like what they've done here. Really good way to get hold of some of the models, especially the ones that aren't available online anymore. But altogether in here there's going to be 31 miniatures. Starting with this guy, the Eversaw Assassin. So that's a nice addition to the models. Then you're going to get 2 sets of the Imperial Navy Breachers. And then on top of that, you're going to get the Elucidian Star Strider set. There's 10 altogether. You're going to get the Cartographica Rogue Trader, her personal entourage, a squad of Voidsmen, and the Loyal Canid as well. If you were to get all of these individually, you're going to be looking at £137.50, so this has definitely got to be up there at £85, I imagine. But a good way to get it value-wise, this is the best way to save money on these. Then take that up to 20% discount off. You know, you could get 2 nice kill teams here and an assassin, and have loads of options with your Imperial Navy breachers to build all the different operatives, double up on some. So I think this for kill team is really interesting, although the Eversaw assassin in kill team, I don't think you could use him yet, maybe later on, but for 40k and kill team players, I think this could be a really good set to get stuck in with. As far as points go, you're looking at 458 points, and then you can add a little bit extra on with the war gear, but it's going to be under 500 points for £85. I can certainly see the scalpers getting hold of this one and selling the 3 kill teams separately. So if you want to get this one has got the potential to sell out fast, I think, because of that reason. And as this is the same price as we saw for the Leagues of Votann, all the other prices for the different countries will be the same. There you go, that covers these 2 new boarding patrols and the final 2 boarding patrols of this whole release schedule that they've had planned. And I'm really surprised they haven't done Astra Militarum and World Eaters. A bit disappointed. Would have been nice to see what they would have come up with. But there you go, I think there's plenty more to be getting on with here. And if you're looking to start an army, going with a boarding patrol and a combat patrol combo can't be a bad way to do it, especially now the prices have gone up so much. I think this is the way you're going to make those savings. And again, go to your friendly local game store, get that discount they offer, order online if you can't do that at Wayland and Element Games, and then they'll include delivery for free if you order over a certain amount as well. It's been really fun going through all these boarding patrols as they've been released, and I hope you've been enjoying those videos too. Thanks so much for watching them. It's been great to share all the news with you about these upcoming releases, and we've got tons of 40k news ahead of us now with the release of 10th edition on the horizon for May, June, maybe July, but I think it's going to be May, June time, so very excited about that. And I'll keep sharing the Warhammer 40,000 10th edition news as it comes out with you. I'd love to hear what you think about these 2 new boarding patrols, so let me know in the comments section down below which your favourite one is. Do you like Leagues of Votann the best or the Agents of the Imperium? And what do you think about the units they've put together? Do you think that's going to work in boarding actions? Or do you think these are going to be better options for kill team? Can't wait to hear what you think. Let me know down below. Thanks so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it gave you a good idea about what to expect from these 2 new sets with the points and prices as well. So thanks again. If you did like the video, please hit the like button, subscribe for more videos like this one, and I can't wait to see you here next time on Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'd like to say a massive thank you to my Patreon supporters for helping me keep going with these daily videos. I couldn't get this news out there as often as I do without your help and support, so thanks so much. If you'd like to join the Patreon and support the channel too, you're going to get some great perks there. And as the Patreon grows, I'll be able to do a lot more here on the channel. So if you'd like to find out more about my Patreon channel, I'll put a link in the description down below, and it'd be great to see you there.